I'm Natalie and this is James, and this is our home, Zephyr. We have been sailing around the world for the past 4 years, and now we have got a couple of stowaways on board. Meet Flint and Kira, two puppy Weimaraners that are joining the adventure. Subscribe and welcome to our channel, Sailing Zephyr.
Well, good morning everyone. We are a little under halfway to Bimini now. Wind hasn't quite filled in the way I was hoping it would. We're supposed to have about 8 to 10 knots, but we've had like 4. So, engine's running, we're motoring. Still got the main out, it's kind of just hanging there at the moment. But it's so beautiful out. I just put the fishing rod out for the first time ever on Zephyr. So, pretty cool. Maybe catch something, I don't know. Should get in about 5 hours, I think. We're going kind of slow, obviously, because we're fighting against the Gulf Stream a little bit. Going from Fort Lauderdale down to Bimini.
Alright, there he goes, off to Customs and Immigration, which is just on the other side of here. Look at that water, guys.
Pretty amazing. Alright, we have made it 11 hours. We were a little slow getting into Bimini. We were fighting that current, but look at this water. It is so good to be back in the Bahamas. Nat and the puppies have already been in swimming while I went and cleared us in at Customs and Immigration. Top tip for anyone that is coming into the Bahamas from the States, even with or without dogs, Bimini is the easiest place to clear into I've ever been into in any country in the world so far in 4 years of cruising. 5 minutes, I'm not even kidding you, between the two places, Customs and Immigration, and I was cleared in. Obviously, if you have done all your paperwork beforehand. If you haven't, then you're in for a long slog. But it went flawlessly. We're super happy to be here, and we're so happy to be back in the Bahamas with this water. So, you'd think right now we're in like, what, 5 feet of water? That's actually 15 feet. It's so freaking clear. It's amazing. All right, well, we're gonna relax. The pups have had a swim. I need a swim after that walk, and I need a beer. Key flag is down. Bahamas flag is up. Leave that puppy up there for the next 3 months before we head somewhere else. All right.
After a very rolling night at anchor, we pick up and travel the 5.5 nautical miles to the east side of Bimini. Here, not only do we have a flat anchorage, but the whole anchorage to ourselves. Good morning everyone. We are here in Nassau and we're about to pick up anchor and sail to Norman's Cay in the Exumas. From Bimini we actually came here. We lost our GoPro, so it got water in it the day we arrived into Bimini, which was such a bummer. And then after that we just didn't do any filming. So yeah, but it's all good now. We've come to Nassau and we've been here for actually a couple days, only because we needed to get the dogs to the vet. for a tighter test. So that's why we've been hanging out in Nassau. So it hasn't been very exciting and we haven't really been filming, but today we're off to the Exumas finally. We should be able to sail there the whole way. We're just waiting for the wind to switch and it's finally coming from the right direction, so we're going to take the opportunity to sail there. We just took the dogs out to the beach and did a bit of a beach cleanup as well. The dogs are pretty good at that as well. They find all the rubbish. We've done that, and we just got the dinghy up on the davits and we're off. Right, James?
We're off. We actually left on an outgoing tide, so we were really fast. We were doing like 7 knots through Nassau, and now we're sailing. We got the Genoa out, main. We got just a little bit to make it comfortable. We got 13 knots apparent just forward of the beam.
Clint and Kira are sleeping. The sailing puts them to sleep. On our way out from Nassau, and this is me giving away top information here, we saw a huge banner that said 99 cents a foot per day, right?
Yep, 99 cents.
That is crazy. Anybody that's been to Nassau or anywhere in the Bahamas, there's just no marina or slip that you can get for that price. So most of them are $5 a foot, and they tend to be for the super yacht, although there's no way we could afford that anyway, so they're fine. And then there was the cheapest we found was about $2 something, $2.75, yes. Nearly $3. That was the cheapest. But 99 cents a foot. That is unbelievably good. Anyway, we kind of got the number because I think I was filming, so hopefully we can go back and have a look at that. If we come back to Nassau, it would be nice to stay there one night while you provision and that kind of stuff. So we'll let you know more about that, but that's definitely a little secret because that was not here last year. And they needed to do something for cruisers, not just super yachts, cruisers that could go in, fill up with water, do all that kind of stuff, and weren't spending an absolute fortune. So we'll let you know more. All right, we're just gonna keep enjoying our sail.
Well, it's all a little bit screwy at the moment. The wind is supposed to be swinging in behind us as the day progresses, and for some reason it's going forward. So all of my car position is wrong for the Genoa, and I'm too lazy to go and change it, so we're just cranking it in as tight as possible. But we're going okay. We're still doing 5.6 knots, but I don't know. It's all screwy around here at the moment. But not long now. I'd say another 3.5 hours. We've got a squall coming. We haven't had a squall for a long time, so we don't think there's much wind in it, but there's a lot of rain. Just to be on the safe side, you can hear the motors on. We're going to reduce main, reduce Genoa as this thing gobbles us up. We only got about 12 miles till we get to where we want to go. We were trying to outrun it, but rain's here, squall's here. All right, let's get the sails in. We are super heavily reefed, way more than, I mean, we can handle 40 knots plus right now with what we got. Just a fraction of Genoa and main, but we'd rather bring it all down right now, let this thing gobble us up. see how much wind is in it. I think it's really slow moving, so there's not much in it, but better to take precaution And as we get gobbled up, then we can let a little bit more out or whatever. We'll go from there. We got the dogs in their harnesses, tethered in, and we're just ready to get wet, I guess, ultimately. All right, there we go. What? A good wash, yeah, the boat needs a wash, so I don't mind the rain, actually. And here it comes, all right.
It'd be better at anchor, though.
It would be much better at anchor, I agree. Squalls here. Nice weather there. Not there. Meat of the squall coming now. As you can see, we got the blackest, darkest bit coming across. It's just been a bit of rain. We got 20 knots of wind now, and Nat's calling me. What?
I need the green mat. She needs to go to the loo.
Okay, I'll get the green mat. 1 second. Okay, open the bathroom. Green mat coming. Go. Mainly the problem is we saw a lot of lightning bolts hitting the water. I think we're gonna be okay. I haven't seen any for a while now. Fingers crossed, you watch. Squall, squall, squall. That's it. It looks like that could be the end of the squall. Got a little hectic there. We had like 25 knots true. The wind wasn't really the problem, just it was driving the rain super sideways. I'm totally soaked. We got sky starting to lighten on the windward side, so that's great.
Anchoring can be stressful at the best of times, but as we pull into Allen's Cay, we have one of the weirdest encounters. Just as we are about to drop our anchor, a guy from another boat that is already anchored informs us that he plans on taking our chosen spot. We decide to let him have it, but what would you do?
We're gonna have to slide out a little bit. We're gonna almost touch where we are. We draw 7.
Oh, okay.
So we'll probably slide laterally a little.
Well, you're gonna come this way?
Nice and deep, but this middle section in between you and us is down to 8.
Yeah, that's fine for us. You're gonna come this way then, are you? You're gonna move this way.
We're gonna come laterally this way probably.
Okay.
I don't know. We'll try and make enough room for you because this is deep. Maybe you guys can. What's your draw?
5.4.
Yeah, you guys are probably fine.
So what, we're not dropping?
I want to be on top of him now. That's a pain.
Huh?
That's kind of a pain.
What?
I was going to drop us here and settle back this way, right? That's where he's going to go now.
Well, he's not there, is he? Like,
I don't know what to do.
maybe we drop more in the middle here.
That or we go down where I was thinking before.
No, but you can't tell.
I know, but just being courteous that he draws so much, right?
Well, if he's going to move now, then we'll drop where he is.
Yeah, I just need him to pull up his hook.
Like I said, we'll try and make room for you. Well,
After a few minutes, we managed to find a spot to anchor in the northern end of the anchorage.
We are anchored in Allen's Cay. It feels like a second home because Nat and I have been here so many times now.
good morning, everybody. It is 7 a.m. here, and we are making a mad dash to get out of Allen's Cay. I just got up early this morning, and I was just sitting with the dogs, and I started looking at Windy, and this blow, it's only about 25 knots, so it's not crazy, but it was meant to arrive like 2 days down the track, and it's suddenly arriving today.
Yeah.
So it kind of caught us off guard. It doesn't. Isn't it? It's so warm, but the chill in the air is
coming up.
Hey, I love your commitment right now.